Hey guys, this is Lucas KO Bro here with my 11th spy video. I'm so sorry it's taken so long, but I finally took the time to make this video. I had this footage the day Pyromania came out. This is basically the special delivery new map mode with the new map Doomsday. So sorry it took me so long to get this but I finally have it for you guys. Also, please don't be deterred by the video's length. I promise this will be one of the longest videos I ever make. I just couldn't force myself to edit out any more of the video, so let's get into it. I see a little health pyro, so I pull out my pistol and headshot him as he goes for the health. I'm forced to back down when I see a me sentry, and then duck down to avoid the damage, pick up the health from it. And I see a heavy who is spy checking. I move forward since he didn't suspect me, and I'm able to get the stab. I start looking around for my next target. This is one of the few things I dislike about Doomsday. It really encourages spawn camping in moments like these when you can't see anyone. Really encourages, but you know, what can you do, right? Finally I move in, looking for my next kill. And I notice a pyro who notices me and realizes I'm a spy. So I start to retreat, bait him up the stairs, and get a stair stab. I pull out DR to prevent damage and remove DR as soon as I feel safe. Removing DR as soon as you're able to gives you the highest likelihood of having the highest DR charge, and we're able to win the round. Now here, a heavy shoots me, so I remove DR instantly and then look at which direction he's facing. Since he's facing away from me and going for my teammate, I feel confident I'm able to move in for the kill. Now here, I move in behind their spawn and sap the sentry. Now since I'm feeling unsafe with the heavy coming and with the engine coming and someone coming from spawn, I just take their teleport for safety. Always remember that you can take teleports to escape. Sometimes it's best not to sap them when you're sapping the rest of the build. They can be a great way to make it out of there alive. I head back in, sap the tele, and sap the sentry, and I use this sentry as a shield from the scout while I try and destroy it. I'm forced to pull out DR and escape, and I jump when the soldier shoots me. Always remember, use an enemy's rockets to basically put yourself in a very good place. You can use the momentum of their rockets to escape and manage to get a few extra kills because of it. I kill both soldiers, and with an enemy soldier sitting in their spawn, I don't feel safe moving in. So instead, I move up to the sniper and headshot him as we win the round. Here I see a pyro who notices me, so I jump backwards over his flare and get the stair stab. A sniper and a scout see me, so I pull out DR and I instantly remove it when I see a metal on the ground. This gives me a second DR. Always remember that metal, and especially engineer destroyed buildings, give you a ton of your DR charge back. So always remove them, and then they can give you a second or even third DR in a row. Here I decide to have a little fun with a sniper, and I bait him to a side stab. I move back into this one, and I go to sap. I see another sniper who was going to do the same thing, but he just runs right at me, so I decide to just face slash him 3 times for the kill. I move back up once again, and bait a demo into a side stab as well. Now, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen Meet the Pyro, do not watch any further! Welcome! This is Pyro World, or Pyrovision I guess you'd say. Everyone who joins TF2 gets a free Pyro goggles, and they take you to this world. This is the world of the Pyro. It turns out the Pyro is a psychopath who has these visions of happy, bright colors, and whenever someone dies, you just see a bunch of balloons instead of a dead body. And it's kind of an interesting take on the Pyro. I move in, stab the heavy. By the way, this was all on life. I didn't like the Pyrovision too much, but it's still cute. Just gave me a headache though. I pull out DR and protect myself from the sniper, and then remove it instantly right before I get to the metal. This gives me another DR charge right away. And then I jump for the stair stab on the scout. Still the same life. Here I get an NG to remove my DR as I act very obvious. And then I remove the cloak when they run away. I see a sniper. And I thought about stabbing him, but I decided to have a little fun with him instead. I get his attention, I get him to chase me up the stairs, and then stair stab him for the kill, before sapping the telly. I move forward, jump over, I kill the scout with the Australium, before using DR to protect myself from the mini sentry. I remove the cloak and then sap the mini sentry before moving back in to once again stab the enemy who's carrying the Australium. Here, I'm at their spawn and I do something very interesting. I make it obvious that I'm a spy because the goal here is to bait into a side stab, not to be sneaky. So, when the pyro comes, I move forward and then I move back and get the side stab. Always when you're doing that technique, use an obvious disguise. And we're able to win that round. Here, I move in and I hear someone open the gate. So I duck behind and I start to give chase. The pyro jumps with a detonator and I still give chase. My pyro is attacking my enemy, or my friendly spy, but he moves backwards and this gives me this peripheral vision. So he puts me on fire and I'm forced to pull out DR when the pyro goes to flare me. I pick up the health and metal, but he puts me on fire once again. So I remove DR around the corner and then come back for the side stab. I grab health and then I move back into their spawn, stabbing a scout who jumps in front of me, as well as a demo, and then the oblivious pyro. A pyro rounds the rocks, and I remove DR trying to stair stab him, but since I didn't watch when I go to stair stab, since he was running efficiently, this led to my death. Always when you're doing stair stabs where you can't see where your person is, always be aware that some players run inefficiently, and this can ruin the stair stab for you. Here, I come behind an Nemo and kill him, and Angie sees me. So I let him give chase. I run back into his spawn to sap his level 2 sentry. I use my DR to make it to the health and metal and remove DR as soon as I get there. Once again, the Angie gives chase. So I get the advantage by getting the incline and then jump for the stair stab. I move in to kill the soldier. He rocket jumps, so I turn away and go back in for the sentry. Now here I make a crucial mistake. I go to sap and I jumped on the sentry, so it'd be a little less, obvious where I was standing. Unfortunately, I was going to get a second DR instantly, but unfortunately, when the sentry destroys, the metal goes straight up in the air and increases your DR duration since I didn't remove it in time. When you're trying to use a building that's about to be destroyed for metal, it's a better idea to stand next to it. It makes it much easier to be able to time when to remove DR. Well, here I stab heavy and jump down to escape from the pyro, and then assist my soldier in killing the sniper. I move forward and see a soldier, pull out DR and act normal, and act like a teammate. And since he did not turn around, I'm able to just turn right for the kill. Always pull out DR though in those situations where you're being very cocky. I'm looking for my next kill. And I see a heavy who's the priority over the pyro, so I turn and stab him. I see a sniper and sidestab him before moving down, pulling out my pistol to shoot the scout with the Australium. I jump down to try and stab the heavy, but he's not being fooled. So I use DR to protect myself as he spy checks me. I pick up metal and then I'm forced to DR instantly as the pyro puts me on fire. Now since the health isn't here, I just pick up the metal and don't remove DR yet. I wait until I have the health to remove DR to make sure that it's the safest possible situation for me to be in. Here, a heavy sees me, so I instantly remove DR, and as a friendly sniper distracts him, I wait till he's firing for sure at the sniper before coming around and headshotting him. Once I headshot him, I'm able to shoot him a few more times for the kill. I move forward and I see a sniper, so I try and jump on his head for the upward backstab. Unfortunately, it did not work. So I bounce on his head a few times before escaping. He puts Jrati in the corner instead of in the middle, so this protects me from Jrati and I'm able to come around and shoot him in the head. Unfortunately, I should have been paying attention to the priority. Here, in this case, the priority is the lift, the objective. Since so many enemies are on the objective with the Australian, I should have focused on that instead of harassing the sniper. While I am able to head up top and kill the heavy, I'm not able to stop him from capping. That should have been my priority all along. And because of that, we lose the round. Here, I disguise as a scout. I often get asked why I like the scout disguise so much, and there are a couple reasons, but the main reason of this is you can easily see who's oblivious and who's a veteran spy checker. But sometimes you look at someone who's sort of in the middle, and you need to use your movements to fool them. Here, a soldier looks at me, so I strafe around and jump several times to get him fooled until I have the advantage, and I'm able to jump and get the stair stab on him. Here I come around and side the scout. Since they picked up the Australium, it's now their point. It's going to wait there. So I know that some enemies are going to come this way. So I go into a believable disguise and wait for the ambush. I see a Pyro who's a little oblivious, and I'm able to stab him and die to the spy-checking soldier. Here I move up and catch a Pyro right out of spawn. I back off just in case, but then move back in and gets another soldier coming out of spawn. The Pyro sees me, so I back off up the ramp and then jump down for the stair stab. I remove DR as soon as I get the metal and health. And because I remove DR right away, I'm able to get another DR, which protects me from the soldier. Here I see a very low health NG. Don't let someone's low health or your low health make you spam shots. Always focus, always aim. Or like in that situation, you can spend 5 shots trying to kill someone you could one-shot. Here, to efficiently get to the health and metal, I use my DR to protect me from falling damage. When I jump down, this allows me to get to the health and metal a bit quicker, and we're able to win the round. Here, I flank behind a Pyro. Now he goes into the corridor, and I'm afraid he might have seen me from the side, so I back off just in case. I move forward when I decide he's not going to try and ambush me and catch him AFK, and so I headshot him. I catch a demo, and I'm able to stab him as well. When the NG sees me, I pull out DR and remove it instantly as soon as I go around the corner. I give chase to the NG, pull out my pistol, and headshot him. I move in, jump down, stab the soldier, and jump away, since there are several Pyros near him. I remove DR as soon as I get to the health and metal, once again. I move back up, I see a demo, so I'm in a bad position, so I try and strafe over to him to make it believable that I'm a scout, but he doesn't fall for it. He's in headshot range, but I decide not to risk it. I just jump down and go for a better target. I kill the scout, see a demo spamming, so I loop around behind him as well, and stab him. I move forward, and he sees me. I try and sidestab him, but I miss. So I'm forced to DR and grab the health and metal. Now here, Heavy startles me, but really he's AFK luckily. So I start to move in and go for the NG. He once again turns and notices me, so I pull out DR. Now here I make a crucial mistake. I should have either gone right for the stab when I removed DR, or I should have kept DR cloak and gone for the health and metal. Because I was indecisive here, it led to an easy kill for the NG. Either use your DR as protection and use that stealth to get to the health and metal, or remove it instantly and go right for a stab, because that stab will also give you additional metal, which could potentially give you another DR. Luckily we were able to win the round still. Here, I see a sniper who's distracted and zoomed in on someone else, so I know I can very cockily run up for the headshot. You always want to pay attention to where snipers are scoped in. It gives you a lot of information about them. Here, I stab the demo, and since my teammate is waiting on the Australium, I feel it's safe to go move towards the objective to look for someone else to kill. I move forward, and as a soldier shoots a pyro up into the air, I get the headshot. That's a great feeling. Here I'm in the corner to change my disguise, so so someone doesn't see me change disguises, and a friendly spy joins me for some reason. The gate to the right opens and the sniper comes out, and I'm able to stab him. That poor sniper did not suspect there'd be two spies there. I start to look around for my next target, and I see a demo, and he slightly turns as I go to get the side stab, so it doesn't count. So when this happens, I weave in between obstacles to prevent my DR from being popped until I can get a decent look around me. Once he pops DR, I instantly removed it, and I assume he's going right for the objective, so I flank around the corner to get the stab on him. Here, I start to move in looking for my next target. I notice the pirate is right about to come out of spawn, so I go for the stab. I'm forced to back off and wait for my disguise so the mini sentry doesn't do too much damage to me. I move in, see the Australium, go to pick it up, notice a spy behind me, so I blind stare stab for the kill. I move over to the objective, to the lift, and I drop the Australium, because right now I'm better served just trying to kill people rather than trying to cap. So I drop it for my teammates. I slash the demo several times, pull out DR to protect myself as he pulls out Mally and gets and get a little distance. And I'm able to pick up the health, reset the fight, and kill him with my pistol. Unfortunately, here I make a crucial error. Here's a soldier. I go to jump. I jumped way too early for the stair stab, so I miss it. I removed DR as soon as I get to health in the middle. Unfortunately, I thought he would expect me to keep looping around, so I juked back into the other direction, but I overthought the situation. He kept following me, so I should have just kept going. Sometimes overthinking a situation can be worse for you than just doing the easy thing. Here I see an NG, and I headshot him and then body shot him twice for the kill. I move forward to pick up health and metal. I notice a demo, and he notices I'm a spy, so I start to move into spawn and then jump back right away. This gets him to waste that last sticky and keeps my DR up a little bit longer than otherwise would have happened. I pick up the health and metal, and there's an enemy behind me, so I'm forced to run forward and start shooting him. I get the kill on the demo. I'm able to pick up the metal from killing him to get another DR to get over to the health and metal. The NG is still chasing me, so I go up the ramp for the stair stab. It's always wonderful to use metal from killed targets to help you DR. Now here, I go to get a stab on the soldier, but accidentally run past him, allowing the soldier to suicide and kill 2 spies in the process. Don't do that. Always be cautious when you go to line up those backstabs. Don't run past the person. Here, I start to move up, see a heavy, and do a very cute little stair stab on him. Bring out DR to protect myself, and run around the corner to prevent me from getting put on the flames. I sat the mini sentry, and I start going for one pyro, but he goes down. So I switch to the next pyro, who is killed by the falling lift. So instead I switch and go for a side stab on the scout. I see an NG, so I want to get the stair stab here, but he backs off, so I go for the sap. Now here, I notice him coming up, and I see the potential for a stair stab here, but I jumped a little too early, just a half second too early for the stair stab. So I pull out my pistol, headshot him, and then body shot him for the kill. It's always awful it's an awful feeling when you miss stair stabs, but you know, sometimes it happens. And speaking of awful feelings, once again, missing another stair stab, but the pyro is completely oblivious, so I'm able to shoot him several times as he jumps off to take falling damage for the kill. I jump on top of the heavy, cute little trick stab, and stab him, and then stab the sniper. Here I catch a medic coming right out of spawn, so I stab him. I notice the scout, and I try to jump and get the side stab midair, but I wasn't able to land it since I didn't use strafe for momentum. I notice the fire coming out of spawn, so as soon as I pick up the health, I start to run, and I hear footsteps, so I turn around and jump over the edge for the stair stab. Here I jump down and pretend like I'm just a teammate of the NG's and pick up the health before running back. He waits around for the health, so I'm able to headshot him for the kill. I hear the gate open, and it turns out it's a scout, and he decides to try and snipe with his pistol, which allows me to pick up an easy kill. And right before we win, I'm able to get up into this crevice and stab the NG right as we win the round. Here's the thing to note also, when you're in pubs, you're going to encounter a lot of pyros if you're an efficient spy. While this isn't always a bad thing, it's just something to be aware of. Be prepared to deal with 3 or 4 pyros if you're a decent spy. It's a pain in the ass, but you know, it's part of the game. Here, I see an NG, and it's obvious my intentions. I obviously want to try and stair stab him, so he's not going to let it happen. But notice how he's chasing me with his melee weapon. This is very important information. So I run into spawn to reduce the chance of the soldier and the NG hearing me remove DR. I move back in for the health and metal. The NG shoots me, but I'm able to pick up the health, and I figure the NG's still chasing me with his melee out, and yes, he is, so I turn for the stair stab. Here I move in around the rocks. I notice the soldier. When he turns, I pull my DR just in case he saw me from his side, but he doesn't, so I'm able to get the stab. Here I notice a sniper, and when I notice that he's scoped in on someone else, I feel cautious to remove DR and land 2 headshots for the kill. I move in, I see another sniper scoped in on someone else. When snipers do this, it usually means they're oblivious when they're not looking around. I should have kept DR up here just in case he shot and it would hit me, but I'm still able to come around him and headshot him and body shot him for the kill. I come around the rocks, I notice yet another sniper and decide to have fun with him as well. I don't even go for the headshot, that's how cocky I'm feeling. I just go for 3 body shots instead. I noticed another demo with the I noticed a demo with the Australium, so I come as well and then headshot the pyro before making my escape. Here, I come behind a pyro and a soldier. When the soldier comes down, I decide the pyro will be down in a second with the Australium, so I kill the soldier instead, and then the pyro jumps down with the Australium. I notice Oblivion's heavy, so I'm able to flank him for the kill. Now, as soon as the demo and the soldier look at me, I turn array to pretend like I'm a teammate, and then jump over to sidestab the soldier with the Australium. I run when the demo notices me, pull out DR and loop around to avoid the pyro who started to chase me as well. I move up to the top, jump over, and stab. A scout jumps in front of the demo and then stab the demo as well. I move down to pick up health and metal once again, but unfortunately, they were able to cap the point. What I should have done is just not worry about my DR charge and stayed up there to try and prevent the cap. You always need to be aware of what your enemy team is doing. You always need to be aware of that objective, or else they'll win. Here I move forward and just headshot a sniper who's right around the corner and then body shot him for the kill. I move in and see 3 of them. I stabbed the pyro, and I knew the sniper was oblivious, so I just removed his razorback. Unfortunately, the soldier was not so oblivious. I should have been so cocky. I should have accounted for the soldier as well. I should have stabbed him first, but oh well, what can you do, right? I sidestab the soldier and start to give chase to the pyro, and thought about headshotting him and decided to try and stab him. The pyro turns also, and with the soldier chasing me, I'm forced to pull out DR and make my escape. I move up top for health, and I weave back in to see if I can get anything done. I notice a sniper though, so I see if he's still waiting around, and he's not. I assume that he's moved forward to start looking at the objective, so I move forward as well. I pinpointed him, and I notice a friendly spy going for the sniper as well. So once the spy starts attacking, I jump up and start attacking as well. And we're able to double team the sniper. Poor guy. I move forward, looking for my next target. Unfortunately, in a position like this, you're encouraged to spawn camp, but I decided to go up top and see if there's anyone up here, and there was. So I kind of try and look away until I get close, and then I turn for the stab. This kind of gives the illusion to your teammate whenever you don't stare directly at an enemy. I see a sniper going for our medic, and so I predict his position and get the stab on him. I move DR instantly when a heavy shoots me, and a pyro puts me on fire. So instead of running for the nearest health, I run for this health, just in case the pyro started chasing me. I move towards the low health heavy and face slash him for the kill. I try and pick up a sandwich. When a heavy is using a sandwich, you can kill him and pick it up to heal. Unfortunately, the sandwich got stuck underneath, so I'm not able to use it. I move forward, notice a very low health soldier, and I'm able to face slash him as he notices me for the kill. Here, I jump down to try and stab a pyro, but he changes directions, so I give chase. He turns and puts me on fire, so I'm forced to retreat. Pull out DR. I instantly remove DR to try and get the enemy soldier to turn towards me, but he does no such thing, so I'm able to kill him instead. Another pyro sees me, so I'm forced to dart around the rocks and pick up health and metal. He's still giving chase, so I juke one direction and then turn back for the stair stab. Juking is a wonderful way to convince someone you're running a direction you're not. I see an entry and I stab him. I slash him several times, but unfortunately 2 snipers in the back kind of make me lose my nerve, so I back up and get the headshot instead. I move forward and then start dealing with the snipers. Shoot one, he backs off, and then I come around the corner and headshot the other. I pull out DR and move forward, and then headshot the other one before body shotting him for the kill. Here I move forward, and I'm shooting a pyro, trying to get his attention. He's being really oblivious. So, as he holds still, I headshot him and then body shot him for the kill. He resets the fight by picking up the health. This is exactly what I was talking about in my last video. But that's fine with me, because all I wanted to do was bait him into a stair stab. Here, I see an NG that has his buildings out, and usually when an NG does this, it means going right for the build, so I'm able to go right for the stab and sap his sentry. I pull out DR to protect myself from the soldier, and I pick up health packs on the ground. I remove DR and sap, and then put DR back up. The NG switches to try and remove the sapper, and I'm able to get the stab. Sometimes when you sap something, it'll convince an NG to try and remove it, and you'll be able to pick up an easy stab that way. Here I'm doing something this map encourages much too often. It encourages, while it has a lot of opportunities for stair stabs, it also encourages a lot of spawn camping. I really dislike it. It's one of my biggest pet peeves with Doomsday. Here, very interesting thing happens. A pyro surprises me, and so I wasn't quite sure how I wanted to handle this. So I tried to go up here, but I wasn't able to get a good enough height distance for the stair stab, and I jumped too early, so I'm forced to run into the water. Always use water to protect yourself from pyros. It's a great way to protect yourself from them. I land the headshot, and then a second headshot before the pyro is able to kill me with his melee weapon. Here, I move forward behind several of them, and I stab 2 NGs. I see a sniper, but the sniper's AFK! So I feel comfortable going for the stair stab on the pyro before bringing out my pistol and headshotting the AFK pyro twice. Unfortunately, I was not paying attention to the objective. So once again, they were able to cap it before I even realized it. Even though I felt like I was being a credit to my team, I really was not. I should pay attention to the objective. Here, I come behind a sniper and kill him, and then jump backwards trying to get a stair stab. The rocket launches me upward, and I strafe it to the health, and then I'll always use the enemy's rockets, especially with the R, as a way to gain momentum and strafe to somewhere that's more beneficial for you. Here, I hedge out the Pyro, and then give chase. I move in and see another Pyro, so I round the corner and beta side stab. Start to move in, and I see a Pyro chasing our Pyro, so I come around behind and stab him for the kill. I go for the health, and our friendly Pyro compression blasts me. Always, when you're a Pyro, compression blast teammates that are on fire. They will love you for it. I see an oblivious sniper, so I jump down for a kill. Then I notice an AFK Pyro, so I move in to stab him as well, and it scares the medic off. But the medic comes back out, so I pull out my pistol and headshot him. Now, I want the medic to chase me, so I feign weakness by running away and calling out medic. This convinces the medic to step his head out, and I'm able to turn for the headshot. And we win the round. Well guys, thank you so much for watching. This has been Lucas KO Bro with my 11th spy video. I still have more Doomsday clips. This video was just much too long for me to feel fine releasing it in here, so I will probably have my 12th spy video very shortly with a short, my assumption is 5-10 minute video with the rest of the clips. This was so much fun to make. Like I've mentioned, Doomsday, while it does encourage spawn camping a little too much for my taste, it was just amazing the potential for stair stabs that you find in Doomsday. It was ridiculous how many different elevations you have, and even a lot of really tricky ones. Elevations that people don't predict they'll be stair stabbed on. It's a really great map for that. To this point, I think the map I'd enjoyed the most for stair stabbing has been Frontier, but this certainly gives Frontier a run for its money. I mean, unfortunately, this map isn't big enough to offer as many options as Frontier, but it certainly is fun when you're in the mood to just go stair stabbing, to just hop in a round of Doomsday and have at it. I feel this map would be perfect if it just did not encourage that spawn camping. I feel like the first point when you're gathering in the Australium is wonderful because it encourages people to come out from any of the 3 or 4 spawn areas that you can, and so it's not near as bad. But when you're when someone has the Australium, when a team has the Australium, you have 1 or 2 directions to come from, and it basically bottlenecks both teams into either spawn camping or being spawn camped, which I highly dislike. There's a place for spawn camping, but it's not something I like to do all the time. It's just something I do when I happen to see someone's about to respawn. But oh well. Aside from that, I really liked the map. I was a little disappointed that Pyromania did not offer some new spy weapons, but there's always next there's always next update, right? And I mean, it's also a good thing, because if the spy started to have too many weapons, there'd just be too many playstyles. I kind of like where the spy's at. He's at a good place, in my opinion, at least for at least for pups anyway. But I'm looking forward to getting my next video out to finish up the Doomsday footage, as well as getting out the viewer appreciation video. So look forward to that in the future. Anyway guys, this has been Lucas KO Bro. Thank you so much for watching my 11th spy video, and click that subscribe button, or you'll wind up with 6 snipers on your team. No one wants 6 snipers on their team, right? Exactly, so click that subscribe button, quick, before you have 6 snipers on your team.